Let's talk about Concord. PS5, PlayStation, brand new 5 versus 5 multiplayer shooter, Overwatch wannabe. Completely overran.
That is a retarded idea in a world where Overwatch already exists. Just
Well,
before we even get into the woke shit, that's a dumbass idea.
Well, to be fair, I'm sure somebody probably told that to Epic Games when they came up with the idea of Fortnite when PUBG already existed. So it's like, I don't, just because something exists,
I guess if you do it better,
no, because they wasn't. That's not what they was before they started. They were like a survival, build a camp and fight off zombies type of situation. And then they saw what H1Z1 was doing, and that's when they decided to do a battle royale, and that's when they blew up. So to be fair, that's not what they were aiming to be.
Right, but what I'm saying is that when a company is already considered the standard, right? So when PUBG Battle Royale was considered the standard, to say that another company should not come out with a game that mimics that gameplay because there's already a standard, I don't think that's fair.
I don't know because
there's Battle Royales that come out now. Should they not come out because Fortnite is the standard now?
Well, no, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying, okay, so the original argument was that the argument was that you shouldn't do this because Overwatch already did it, right? And then you responded and you said, well, to be fair, Fortnite was probably told the same thing, but Fortnite was already a thing. They just added a game mode because I guess they figured it'd be easy to do what PUBG and H1Z1 was doing, and then it blew up. So it's not like it was needed to be made a brand new game. It was already a game. They just added a mode.
Yeah.
What mode did they add?
The Battle Royale mode.
Okay. I mean, I guess, but I just feel like just because something exists doesn't mean you can't add to it. That's all I'm saying.
You hit the nail on the head right there. You said add to it. What the fuck is this game adding besides pronouns? That's the question. What is this adding to the gaming?
Nothing. If anything, it's just Overwatch is on consoles, right? Is it on consoles?
Overwatch was on. It was on PS4. I know for sure because that's how I played it back then.
It's on Xbox.
Yeah,
I bought that shit, played like 10 games, and was like, "What the fuck are y'all smoking? This shit is ass."
I think
Overwatch. I don't know why everyone was so like Overwatch sucked even before all this woke nonsense and whatnot. Overwatch was never fucking good.
Never.
I remember playing Overwatch when it first came out. I thought it was all right, and then as time went on, I realized you know what, it's actually pretty garbage. I don't like it. But hey, there's a lot. I'm not gonna say there's a lot of people, but most of the people who are playing it are a certain kind of person. Let's just say. I mean, they're not really.
Dude, Blizzard fucking tripped me. Because Overwatch was announced back in 2013, and Blizzard tripped me with this sick ass cinematic trailer that I thought was gonna be this cool new IP with all these unique characters and stories. And then when I got the game, and was like, oh, it's literally just 5v5 fighting. There's no fucking campaign. There's no additional game modes. It's just the same repetitive bullshit over and over. Blizzard fucking tripped me, and I will never forget them.
And it's not like the 5v5 shooter mantra is super popular, right? I don't feel like
Apex, Marvel's copying it now. This game,
yeah, but Apex is the battle royale.
Oh, yeah, that's true. My bad. Yeah,
they did have a 3v3 mode. They still have a 3v3 mode that is fucking fire. By the way, it is fire.
But it's 3v3 battle royale, right? Or it's just straight up team shooter?
No. It's a 3v3 mode. It's an arena, and it's actually pretty good. But nobody plays it though.
It's the same thing like League of Legends. League of Legends has ARAM, all random, all middle. It's not like the typical, MOBA kind of thing. But you could have different game modes. But my thing is if you're making a dedicated 5v5 multiplayer shooter at a time where I feel like that's not exactly the most popular. I don't know. Am I underestimating how popular 5v5 shooters are? I don't see many people talking about Overwatch. I don't even think there's is there super crazy tournaments for Overwatch anymore? I don't know.
I think Overwatch 2 was proof that franchise had its time to shine and faded away. And I said this in the chat, I'll say it on the show. Imagine naming your game after a failed commercial plane. This project is dead on a Concord.
Oh, Trigger Jim in the chat. Thank you. I should Valorant, not Apex. Valorant. I'm just
Oh.
retarded.
Yeah, no,
I was thinking of Valorant, but I said Apex because I'm retarded.
Valorant's a big one, but Valorant. See, with Valorant, I don't consider it to be a regular 5v5. I don't know, like I don't consider it to be necessarily like Overwatch. It's kind of like a hybrid between Counter-Strike and Overwatch. It has almost the exact same gameplay as Counter-Strike in terms of the shooting mechanics, but it does have powers and stuff like that, like Overwatch. So I mean, I don't know. It's an interesting, weird hybrid. But Valorant's much bigger, I would imagine, than Overwatch, I believe. But with that being said,
Well, we know the women that play it are much bigger, but like literally,
this game is 5 years too late,
Big show.
in my opinion. If this game came out 5 years ago, we
Mm.
might be having a different conversation. But I think at this point, it's just way too late, and it almost seems like it knows it's too late because it's trying to use everything else to draw people in. Like it's not trying to use the gameplay or anything like that. It's trying to use DEI to draw people in.
Mm.
Like every single character has pronouns. Even the fucking robot has he, him, which I feel like this would be like it, but I guess
right?
whatever.
Yeah, the robot having he him really blew my mind because I was like, okay, I guess I call Android 17 he and 18 she, but like they look like humans. This is like I don't
But
call
they are
C3PO
humans,
he.
They're not androids. They're cyborgs.
They are.
They came
That's
from
true.
cyborgs.
Yeah, they're cyborgs.
And that reminds me that the machine having a he him like that Jennifer Lopez movie where she her Atlas.
The Atlas.
Look with more detail,
Mamma
folks.
mia.
Look with more detail. He, him, the combat robot is a trash dispenser. That's the message. Right.
Please
there.
play the sound, Hypno, for crying out loud.
It wasn't meant to be a fucking joke. You
It doesn't
stupid
matter.
bastard.
That's it. Nobody got what you said.
Most
Ryan,
of
I
the
don't
time
think you
that
realize,
sound
bro,
gets
pretty much
used is
everything
when
you say
people
is
didn't
dumb.
realize they were
It
making a
is.
joke.
Hypno was correct. This genre has had its time. Let it fade away, and we're all aware that when these DEI or DIE bastards try to make something new, it completely flops. This is going to be another flop. Kudos to them for trying to make something original, but it is too little, too late.
I was just
How is it original though? It looks like Warhammer 40K got fucked by Guardians of the Galaxy. This isn't even original.
What? Such
I
And you
agree,
look at the
Coach
color palette as
Watts.
well.
But I like it.
Well, the thing I will say on that is that the original part of it is that it's not a previously established game that they're hijacking. It's just own
Right.
game. That's the only thing I will
plus
give
thing,
them.
yeah.
That's the only thing I will give them. But you know,
At least they came
look,
up with their
you
own
get an E
idea,
for
yeah.
effort. You get E for effort. That's what you'll get.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I think that I think it's important to realize that this game is allowed to exist. You know what I mean? And
100%.
we say all the
100%.
time, like stop adopting our shit. See, the problem is that they're making this stuff that is allowed to exist, but they're also adopting previous IPs and ruining it. So it's like, you can have this, but can we like stop ruining other IPs at this point? You know what I mean? Just make your own shit. But
You can have this as well, but like we're gonna fucking roast it because it's still dumb. Like just because something is original, like hey, by all means, you've got the right to make whatever dog shit you want. That's still not gonna save it from being dog shit. When I turn this on, like when I turn on the trailer to this, and I see some fucking knockoff Guardians of the Galaxy douchebaggery with fucking pronouns in their bio copying Overwatch. Like, I'm like, okay, this deserves some roasting. Like, good on you for not fucking actually making a Guardians of the Galaxy game where you've given pronouns and ruining the IP, but this still looks like fucking dog water.
that's what I said on Twitter. You know, I said, like, yeah, this game can absolutely exist, but we also have to understand that just because the game's allowed to exist doesn't mean it's absolved for any kind of criticism, mockery, jokes, or anything like that. You can do that with everything, you know, and there's people out there that are like, well, if it's an original game, this is what you've been saying for people to do. Why are you not supporting it? You know, I see a lot of people on that side complain when stuff like this doesn't get supported, but they don't understand that just because you're making something that happens to be a new IP or diverse or whatever the case may be, doesn't mean I automatically have to support it. Is it still a good game or not? That's what we have to find out. You know, I don't need to support trash games just because they're diverse.
Was a known IP. Suicide Squad was a known IP, and it got fucking blasted. It lost so much goddamn money. What's this gonna do? I genuinely believe this thing is gonna make less money than Suicide Squad.
Oh, for sure.
I'm surprised it's still around. I haven't played this in like, I don't know, 7 years. I played it with my kid 7 years ago. I'm surprised.
What,
it's
Overwatch,
still...
you mean, or?
Oh, yeah, Overwatch. Like this.
Okay.
Gosh, it's been around.
Well,
that long.
Overwatch
Yeah,
Overwatch 2 was kind of sold in a lie. You know, well, not
Not
sold,
kind of.
but
It flat out was.
it was sold in a lie. You know, everybody was expecting a PvE mode and for that to be expanded upon. And they flat out told you, sorry, we don't got the resources to do it. But here's a pansexual character we've been working on. Like that
Yeah.
shit's wild to me. And oh, but here's the thing: Overwatch players ate it up. Not all of them, but a lot of them ate it up. They were like, oh, okay, I guess we'll just keep playing then. You know.